454 AD, 4348 AM. An intense revolt of Germans of different tribes rose up against the Huns that had been exercising authority over them all along the banks of the Nedao River. This confederation of Germans slaughtered over 30,000 Huns. This was 720 years after the Heruli invaded Lower Europe in 267 BC, and this was 38 Jubilees, 38 times 50, after the Israelites fled Egypt in the Exodus in 1447 BC, the end of empire. 455 AD, 4349 AM. The Vandals now lived at Carthage and the region of northern Africa after having ousted the Romans and subjugated those that stayed. Gaiseric now leads them against Rome, and as they approach, Emperor Valentinian III is murdered. The Vandals sack the city. The Vandals become masters over the islands formerly subjected under Rome: Sicily, Corsica, Sardinia, and other Mediterranean islands. We are informed that the Vandals took the seven-branched candlestick from Rome, the same that the Romans took from Jerusalem in 70 AD, when Titus destroyed the temple and built the Arch of Titus in Rome. The relic was taken to Carthage. This invasion of Rome was exactly 600 years after the Romans crossed the Mediterranean in 146 BC and conquered Carthage. A short history of the world. 460 AD, 4354 AM. The Romans planned on a massive attack against the Vandals in North Africa. The sack of Rome did not end the Roman Empire. The administration of the Roman military was too spread abroad for the fall of the city to have any real effect. But the Vandals learned of the planned naval invasion and captured the refitted troop transports of the Romans, thwarting their intended invasion. This was 666 years after the Romans defeated the North African Carthaginians in a battle in 207 BC. This same 666 years measures the time from 207 BC, when Emperor Huang Ti of China died and the Age of Warring States began, and 460 AD, signifying that perhaps something monumental occurred in 460 AD China. This is reinforced by the fact that 460 AD was exactly 1656 years after the Chinese calendar began in 1197 BC. The end of empire. 462 AD, 4356 AM. The Anunnaki planet Nibiru enters the inner solar system after 732 years below the ecliptic, far out into the Kuiper belt, starting at 60 years over the ecliptic. No records that it was seen. 468 AD, 4362 AM. Rome invades Vandal-occupied North Africa and Carthage, but the invasion was called off when the Vandals destroyed the Roman fleet anchored off Carthage with fire ships. The end of empire. 470 AD, 4364 AM. This year concludes the 9th Mayan Baktun of the long count, began in 3113 BC, thus being 1,296,000 days, or 144,000 times 9 days. Other calendrics indicate something occurred related to Semitic people or the descendants of Israel. 471 AD, 4365 AM. The Council of Ephesus in this year, attended by many bishops, changed the ancient Ephesian goddess Artemis, Diana, of the famously old temple to the Virgin Mother Mary, the Knights Templar in the New World. 472 AD, 4366 AM. The dark satellite passes through the inner solar system, a former moon of Nibiru that almost collided into Earth in 713 BC, altering the planet's orbit, changing the solar year from 360 days to 365.25. Its 395-year orbit has now fallen out of sync with the Mayan long count. 475 AD, 4369 AM. The great statue of Olympian Jove, Jupiter, Zeus, made by Phidias, was destroyed in a fire in Constantinople. This was the deity borrowed and venerated by the Romans, a superstitious people, many of whom later said that the ruin of the statue foreshadowed the ruin of Rome in the following year. Nostradamus, The Complete Prophecies.